Well, welcome to day 6 of our daily reflection, and we're going to be looking at the aspects of reflecting God's presence. See, Matthew's 5:16, it says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." So, have you ever noticed how easy it is to identify someone who spends a lot of time with another person? They start reflecting each other's phrases, expressions, and habits, even their attitudes. And spiritually, this principle holds true as well. The more time we intentionally spend with God, the more we begin to reflect his character in our daily lives. And in Matthew 5:16, it says Jesus calls us to reflect God's presence intentionally, saying, "Let your light shine." Notice the word let. This implies that God's presence within us naturally seeks expression. Our responsibility is not to hide or obstruct it. And when we genuinely live in God's presence, our lives become mirrors reflecting his glory, goodness, and the love that is around us. But what exactly does it look like to reflect God's presence? Well, firstly, we need to consider our actions. The way we treat people speaks loudly, and simple acts of kindness, compassion, patience, and generosity uh, communicates God's character in such a profound ways. And whether it's at work, at school, or at home, our behaviour either uh, reveals or obscures God's presence. So, do your actions constantly mirror the kindness, forgiveness, and the patience that you've experienced from God? Secondly, think about your words. Words carry such great power to heal or to harm, to build up or to tear down. So, when you speak consistently, conveys grace, truth, and encouragement, and humility, we make God visible to others. So, do your words point people towards God's love, or do they sometimes blur the picture? And finally, let's reflect on our choices. Our decisions really demonstrate our values, the priorities we set, the way we manage relationships, time, finances, or even entertainment that we choose, all speak volumes. And when our choices clearly align with God's character, those around us take notice. Jesus makes it clear that the purpose of reflecting God isn't self promotion, it's to glorify your Father in heaven. So, your daily life, every interaction, every conversation, and every choice can become an opportunity for someone to see God more clearly. And society desperately needs genuine reflections of God's presence. And he has chosen to reveal himself through you. So today, intentionally commit yourself to reflect the beauty of God's presence. Your family, colleagues, neighbours, or even strangers that you encounter today may experience God's love through you. So, what area of your life is it the easiest or the hardest to reflect God's presence clearly? And can you identify someone whose reflection of God has inspired you? And what specifically stood out to you about their life? What's one practical step that you can take today to do better, reflect to reflect God's love and truth? Well, Father, we just want to thank you for filling us with your presence. Help us to today to reflect your love, your grace, and your truth clearly in every interaction and decision. And let others see you more clearly through us.